Hi, welcome to Perfectly Imperfect, where we're going to discuss some good marriage topics. This today, we've been married 24 years.
Mhm.
I'm Fred.
My name is April.
So we have some good questions that were sent to us today. But the one that we're going to discuss today is about black women.
Mm.
It says black women in the U.S. have lower marriage rates compared to women of other racial and ethnic groups, and African Americans are the most unmarried people in the U.S. Why do you think so?
So the first part of that question is black women are the most unmarried? Is that what that says?
Yes.
I think there's more than one answer to that, but you know, first of all, I think first of all, black women are the most educated group of any racial makeup. Black women once black women become educated, of course they learn more, they're exposed to more, so they may want different. But what do they experience in the black male population for the most part? Not that all black men are the same, but there are less black men who have their stuff together than there are black men who, you know, there are less black men who don't have their stuff together than there are black men who do have their stuff together. So our pool, the pool of viable black men that you can choose from,
Hmm.
is kind of small. So I think that's one reason why black women are being married less than any other ethnic group.
Okay. My thinking of it is that some black women, if you can't make, you don't have making, if you're not making six figures and you don't look good,
Okay.
then how can you take care of me? So they gotta look good. They have to have six figures. So they just look at some a physical aspect of it. And some men don't. A lot of them don't make six figures.
That's true.
Some look okay. So
Yeah.
they don't fall in the category of what the woman is looking for. So
Yeah.
her hopes of what she want are so high, but they might need to come down some.
Okay.
Right?
I get that because when I got with you, you weren't making six figures.
Nope, I
No,
wasn't.
you wasn't making six figures. But I looked at who you were. I looked at the person that you were, and that's what attracted me to you. And I do think that black women or women, period, need to stop looking at necessarily how much a man is making to determine and letting that determines the value of that man, because a man could be making $10 million a year and be
Cheating
a
all
horrible
on her.
man.
Yeah, you can be
Do
cheating
you
all on
want
her.
that? I don't. I would personally prefer a man who did not make six figures but who treated me good. But also, but people don't think about like women, like men. Okay, men go for, they have to have a nice shape, they have to have, you know, weave down to their behinds and makeup and all the kind of stuff, and then they wonder why they got a woman who's superficial. Are the men actually going for the women who are the best candidates for marriage?
Mm. No, that just because a woman have she all this makeup pile on her face, long hair, that's to me that's unattractive. I just I'm not a guy that likes weave hair.
Weave
You know, I'm
it.
sorry, a woman with hair full of weave. It's just me. Other men like that. I just don't like women that have weave hair, wear a lot of makeup. I like the natural look, the
Mhm.
somewhere you can take home to your mom and say, "Mom says she looks nice. She
But
looks excellent."
I do wear some makeup.
Some, not a lot. Sometimes I can barely. You might wear a little lipstick, or I'm talking about they have so much bass on their face, and the lipstick is
Base.
so loud. Is a bass? That's what they call it.
It's called
Oh,
foundation.
foundation. It's so much on there, and the makeup is so loud.
Yeah.
I mean, I was coming from work, and I was driving down the street, and I seen she had to be in her 20s, mid
Yeah.
20s. She had weave hair all the way down to her ankles. I'm up there to him. I came ask you what you call that? So certain men want that type of image, and you
Yeah.
have men that don't want that type of image.
Yeah.
You want something that can bring home to their mom.
Okay. Do you think the men who want that image? What do you think about those type of men? Like, what? Who are they? What do they look like? What are they? What are they? What is their life like?
So that means they don't. It's how they brought up. They can be brought up straight from the ghetto, so their expectations is not that high.
Okay.
Some are raised different.
Yeah.
Some are raised with morals. Some are raised going to be educated, going to go to school, going to make something out of themselves. You got some that just are not raised like that way.
So you think that the men who have something going for themselves don't necessarily go for the weave down to the behind and the heavy makeup?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They want someone they can walk out anywhere and say, "This is my wife." Okay. And now people look at them and say, "Man, what's all that on her?" Okay. They just want a decent woman. You don't have to have long fingernails, a lot of makeup, a whole lot of hair to look decent. You don't have to. So some men, it's what they're attracted to. Some are attracted to that. Yeah. And I'm not the type of attracted to that. When we first got together, you didn't have all this makeup and all this. You had the same short hair that you have now.
Short hair. Yeah.
Maybe lipstick.
I didn't really wear that much makeup. Yeah.
So to me, it's what they are attracted to. That's what they're gonna. They might have been raised with women that look like that all the time. That's what attracts them to. That's what they're attracted to. There's nothing wrong with that. I might have been raised with someone that looks like my sisters. So it depends on their attraction.
I think we got off the subject. We were talking about women.
Oh, I'm sorry. You brought it up.
No, we're okay. So women, why are Black women the most unmarried? I do think, but you know what about that? On social media, you see so many videos of Black women who, they do talk about the 6 figures, 6 feet and 6 inches. Okay.
6 inches? Is it?
And it's like they don't look at who the man is, but I wonder if they don't look who the man is because they don't care who the man is, because they're only looking for a temporary.
If they going with those person with those 3 things, if they going in that feeling that way, and that guy knows that, that's a lot of pressure on that guy. He maybe don't meet all those qualifications, and so they're not going to be. They especially not going to ask. Okay, I ain't going to ask her to marry me because I can't live up to her expectation.
Okay, what if you are a man who has all 3? Would you ask the typical woman that you see on social media, the BBL, the weave makeup, the face full of makeup? Would you consider that woman a real option if you had all those things?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
No, I want to see the love in there.
Okay. I
want to see respect, the honor, all that.
Who the person is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her attitude. Well, she already showed my attitude because she tell me what she wants.
Yeah.
And that's what makes men want to not get married. I'm not saying married to a Black woman, just not get married. Period. Yeah.
Yeah. I think when I see those women who are always made up, I do feel like, oh, I'm not living up to what a woman should look like. But I'm like, that stuff is all fake. It's like it's not all real. It's like when you at 4:30 in the morning when you're rolling over, what do you look like? That's the real part.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Yeah, your breath stink or what?
You want to see? Yeah. You want to know if the breath stink or not? And I think it's good for people to hear that men want to see the real, because I think women have convinced themselves that men want the superficial.
I want to see the superficial. After you get married, the next day she wake up with all that stuff on, you be whoa. No, I want to see the real you, just like the woman wants to see the real man.
Okay. What about the next part of the question where it says African Americans as a whole, men and women, are the least married? Yeah. Are the most unmarried people. What do you think about that? Men and women are the most unmarried in the Black community.
Well, for the man, I can answer for the man. He might feel that he's not ready to get married because he can't support a woman, a wife, and a child. So he might wait longer till he get himself together and able to do that. Because you don't want to marry someone and you get pregnant And yes, the man is the head of the household. He's supposed to be the provider,
Yeah.
and he can't do that.
Yeah.
His pride is going to be in the way. So he wanted to make sure he have his own things together first before he can bring somebody else into the marriage.
Okay. I think with women, it's the options available. We, you know, the 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 prisons are full of black men who could be somebody if they decided to be somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I think black men are more likely to marry outside of the race. I think black women than black women. Black women, I think for the most part, black women want a black man. But I think black men are kind of like, yeah, I'll go to a white woman. I'll go to any other race of woman. Not that it's bad or anything like that. We know many of interracial couples, and it's not that it's a bad thing. But I think a lot of black women are still single because they want a black man. But because the black men are the ones who are most desired of any racial group.
Mm-hmm.
White women want black men. Mexican women want black men. Black women want black men.
But as you're saying, it's not enough black men because
There's not enough viable black. There's not enough
Bible.
good black men to go around to everybody.
I guess look at what they've been through life.
Who?
Black men. So
Yes,
they go through
but
a lot, but some are good and some are bad. Some of them are just not ready.
they're not ready. Yes, but if you know what, it brings up the conversation of fathers.
Some of them are raised without fathers.
Are raised without fathers, and that affects how black men view life.
They don't know how to be men.
Yeah,
and they don't. If they was raised by father, they know their father's going to teach them responsibilities.
Yeah,
and how to be husbands.
They will get to see how a functioning black household works with a woman, a husband, and a wife. And unfortunately, a lot of black men and black women don't get to see that.
Because most of them are raised by their mother.
Yeah,
it is only so much a mother can teach their son. You can't teach them how to be a man. They can try, but
and there's only so much a father can teach their children. I think fathers are very important. They add the other half of what children need. They need the strength, the truth of the world. The women add the love and the nurturing and the caring, and together that brings a whole child. But if you only have the mother bringing her side, or you only have the father bringing his side, then that kid, and this goes for every race, the kid ends up lacking 50% of what they need.
And some of them are managed to do good, and some
do, yeah.
Some are not because of the broken families.
Yeah.
So it's not going to change now. And you brought a question. How does a black woman feel that the black man is going out to outside his race?
Okay. If I'm looking at it as a single black woman, I think another black man gone. If I'm looking at it as from the woman's point of view, a black woman who went to a white man, I think good for her. Because she obviously couldn't find what she needed in the black community, simply because I know that black women prefer black men. So I would think for the black woman, I think, well, she obviously couldn't find what she wanted and needed in a black man. So she obviously found it in a white man or a Mexican man or a Italian man, whatever it is.
So you think that she can't find a black community, so she goes to a black man. So she goes to a white man, saying like, okay, he can support me.
It's not just about support.
Not support.
Not just physical, not just monetarily. It's also the affection that women need. I think that so many black men are not raised in a two-parent household that they don't understand the affection that women need, period. We are nurturers, but we also need nurturing, and we need that from the men in our lives. So, unfortunately, white men are more likely to have been raised in a two-parent household, so they understand nurturing and affection and the things that a woman would need to feel good. So if the woman could find that in a different race of man, it's because that man has been raised that way, and it doesn't matter his race. But unfortunately, a lot of black men did not have that two-parent household, so they got both. Um, they got both, sides that they needed to be able to support a family and support the health, not only the monetarily, the money part, wealth of the family, but also the emotional part that the woman needs in a marriage.
I was raised by a single parent.
Yeah.
My dad. I think to me, I turned out okay.
Okay.
Even though my dad they got divorced when I was 4 or 5. He still, the things he taught me, is still carried on in my adulthood of life.
Yeah.
As far as supporting my family, as far as I know what I had to do. So sometimes it does work out, and just sometimes it just doesn't.
Yeah, I think your dad did a really good job of teaching you how to do the physical parts of life, marriage, child raising, the physical, but the emotional parts were lacking. That's a part that I think that's an issue that we had in our marriage, was the emotional parts.
I had to realize that, and throughout the years of our marriage, I became more mature and realized, hey, this is part of the marriage too. You have to bring this. You have to show this.
Yeah.
You want a successful marriage. So that's what made our marriage, continue to grow.
Yeah.
Because I was willing to, to change what I was lacking at.
That's the part I was going to make, is that you were willing to change. You were willing to listen to me and tell you what I needed, and make those changes and adjustments. And I appreciate that about you, because a lot of men wouldn't hear that. They would take that as a shot to their manhood, when it's really not. I'm just telling you what I need. I'm telling you what I need. And if I don't tell you what I need, you won't know what I need. But I'm so appreciative of you for hearing me and listening to when I tell you, I need you to love me. I need you to show me that you love me. I need you to hold my hand. I need you to, do all those things that make me feel like a woman. Otherwise, what's the difference in our relationship between me and my friends, or me and me and people that I meet, if there's no emotional connection?
It's more than just a physical part of the marriage.
It has to be more than just a physical connection. Yeah.
I thought women pride. I realized, okay, if I want to have a successful marriage, I need to make changes. So
I'm glad you
did. I guess I'm glad you're willing to, stay in there with me while I make these changes. Not you bad, you doing this wrong, you doing that wrong. No, you just gave me some hints. Hey, this is what I like.
You know what else I appreciate about you is that, you would ask me, you say, what would you say? What do I need to improve? You remember that?
Oh, yeah. I need to know, hey, what I'm doing wrong so I can improve it, so we don't
and you
run into these problems again.
I used to have a list. You doing this?
Maybe 2 pages long.
But then they got to the point where I remember you asked me, this is, I don't know how long ago, you asked me, what do I need to prove? And I was like, nothing. I think you did good. I didn't have anything to say. So, and at that point, I thought, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that you, man.
And I looked internally at myself and realized that divorce was never on the table. I realized that I wanted my sons to be raised in a happy household, loving, not just happy, but a loving, caring household. So we're having 4 boys here between us. It changes a man to make sure they become real men.
Yeah, that's true. They have to become real men. I think we're doing a good job. I think we're, high five on that.
Yeah. But going back to a lot of black women are unmarried, and for the men, maybe their expectations are so high that some
I think they are too high.
I can't reach this, so
I think it's too high.
I'm not gonna try it, so they so high. So we know people, single sisters that are still married. I mean, unmarried, because some of them, their expectations are too high, and they still are unmarried right now. So
that's true. That's true.
Give and take. You gotta lower him. You gotta get some give and take. Yeah. But he's not gonna have everything you want.
That's true.
He can have.
And she's not gonna have everything you want. It's gonna be. You're gonna have to compromise. That's the key point of marriage: is compromise. Be bendable, movable. Yeah. So those are our thoughts. Tell us what you think in the comments, and we'll read the comments and give our feedback and everything. And if you have a question for us to discuss, put it in the comments, and we'll talk about it next time. Thank you, and don't forget to like and share.
All
Bye.
right. See ya.